Peace to the kings and queens, royal family Todd. On behalf of the Sacred Tree, it's your boy Ra. What's happening? How's everybody doing? It's been a minute, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get some storage on my phone, so I'm taking care of that so we can get more videos and more downloads in. But anyways, the topic of discussion is gonna be breaking generational curses. What that mean? Meaning, I always tell you we got three generations of getting this shit right, you know what I'm saying? And past, present, and future, I always tell you what's happening now. You the one in the middle. These are your yesteryears, your grandparents, and your mother generation. Then there's you, right? You're the center, like you're the present, you know what I mean? They're the past, you're the present, and then the future is your seeds, is your children. So you're in the driver's seat. You're the one in the present. That's why I always tell y'all past, present, and future is all happening at the same time. So when we're breaking generational curses, we have to understand that we have things that are hereditary that are passed down through the bloodline, and things through epigenetics that I've taught y'all about before, that it's about the environment and what we're raised in. You see what I'm saying? And how we've inherited toxic behaviors that we've doomed to deem normal, when it's like it's a lot of reprogramming, a lot of unprogramming that we have to do in order to, you know, raise the next generation to be better, and not to shame the generation before us, but to just really unpack those traumas that we've normalized from slavery up until now. We've been through a lot as a people, and let's just be honest. And I feel like one of the things that we need to do is, as far as breaking generational curses, is really dealing with mental health in a real way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, we deal with family members that have dealt with trauma, and they just sweep shit under the rug, and then it becomes a hurt people type of dynamic. You know what I'm saying? And I'm half Guyanese, so I think I see it a lot in the Caribbean culture. Like, tell somebody from Guyana to they need therapy. Like, they ain't trying to hear that shit. Like, like nigga, they be on some shit where I'm old and I just deal with it how I deal with it. I just drink it. I just have some drinks and sweep the shit under the rug. Like, and don't be bringing it up in conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really the culture, and I feel like that's problematic. Like, I feel like we really need to address the issues that we have had in life in the real way. You know what I'm saying? Another one that I feel like stands out to me is this notion that once your kids turn 18, you got to kick them out the house and shit. Say, I did my job, y'all grown. And what they say, from adolescence to like 25, the frontal lobe isn't fully developed. So we be sending our kids out into the world, not fiscally responsible. They don't know nothing about no credit. You know what I'm saying? They really just out in the world with the sharks, not having no real survival skills. You know what I'm saying? And then what happened? They wind up having to come back home. No shame, we've all have done it. You know what I'm saying? Even when we went to college, got our degrees, all that type of shit, somehow niggas be winding up right back at the crib, because we didn't get taught the things to the tools for survival. You know what I'm saying? We just got taught the things to get a job. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference. Another generational curse that I feel like we breaking, and I'm gonna wrap this up. I don't want to make it long. I'm just giving you like 3 so we can see what I'm talking about. The fathers of this generation, a lot of us was raised by single mothers. You know what I'm saying? And we're breaking that generational curse by really being stand-up men, marrying our wives, our women, and, you know, and putting a strong foundation of fatherhood for our kids nowadays. So I salute all the fathers that's in their kids' life, because we breaking that generational curse. You know what I'm saying? And I'm real proud of that. Like, I like to see my homies that's married, they got their kids and they handling their business. You know what I'm saying? So that's just another generational curse that we breaking. And there's so many more, you know what I mean, that we can unpack. Like I said, mental health is very important. We need to quit sweeping shit under the rug that we know is something that needs to be addressed when it comes to taking accountability for our behaviors passed down from slavery and just traumas of day-by-day life and living, you know, as melanated beings on this planet. You know what I mean? We deal with a lot. You know what I'm saying? But in order to establish culture, that's your safe haven. You know what I mean? Family is supposed to be the cornerstone of culture. You know what I mean? And once that is all disoriented and fucked up, it's like you really out here every man for theyself. And that's the reality that we living in now. You know what I mean? I think it got something to do with COVID and just this survival mentality that everybody's in. You know what I mean? So everybody is trying to establish dominance and power in their own way. You know what I mean? But we really had to figure these things out. Like I said, be that generational curse breaker. Another generational curse is becoming an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, we've been taught like, yo, you name your kid John or Mark so he can get a job. Nowadays, we name our kids African names because we want to, and because we're teaching them to be entrepreneurs so they can own the business instead of working for the business. You see what I'm saying? So we're teaching ownership now. That's another generational curse that we breaking. So it's really about just understanding the reprogramming of the mind, because a lot of that, even the notion that we started as slaves, it's a mental entrapment that they program you to think, when we all know that we the mothers and fathers of civilization. You know what I'm saying? That we started as kings and queens, royalty. Like, we set the bar. Like, all of this stuff is based off of us laying down a foundation. And when you know that, you move different. You see what I'm saying? So just giving you a few generational curses that I feel like our generation salute is breaking right now. I see my niggas, I see my peoples, my kings out here stepping up to fatherhood, because that's how you get your crown for real. When you really step up for fatherhood in a real way, you know what I mean? You in your kid's life, not just throwing money at them, you know what I mean? And just giving them those values, those core values of integrity, of being a person of your word, you know what I'm saying? Standing on your square, keeping a small circle, you know what I mean? And staying solid, keeping that soul lit, you feel me? And continue being that generational curse breaker. And that's going to bring you generational wealth. You understand? So just tapping in with you right quick, man. It's your boy Rob. We'll set it up again. We can do more videos like this and chop it up. Salute.